If you're watching this, you're probably not confused about what you want. You're confused about why the timing of your life never seems to cooperate. When things finally start going well, something collapses. When you brace for loss, opportunity shows up at the worst possible moment. It feels like you're always a step out of sync with reality, like life keeps changing the tempo just as you learn the rhythm. Most people explain this with luck, fate, or bad decisions. But that explanation never quite fits, because you've tried harder, you've made better choices, you've used your will, and still, misfires, reversals, delays. That's not a motivation problem. It's not a mindset problem. And it's not because you're broken. It's because you were taught the wrong power. You were taught that free will is the highest spiritual authority. That if you just decide harder, believe stronger, or push longer, reality will eventually bend. But free will was never meant to override reality. It was meant to tune you to it. Free will is not your engine. It's your steering wheel. Alignment is the engine. When you use free will without alignment, you don't create freedom. You create friction. You push when the season is asking you to wait. You hold on when the cycle is asking you to release. You expand when life is contracting. You contract when life is expanding. And every one of those misalignments feels like sabotage, even though it's actually instruction. This is the missing frame most spiritual teachings never give you. Reality is not governed by preference. It's governed by principles. And principles don't care what you want. They respond to how well you move with them. Gravity doesn't punish you for stepping off a cliff. It responds. Rhythm doesn't punish you for rushing or freezing. It responds. Cause and effect doesn't judge your intentions. It responds. Free will gives you the ability to choose. Alignment determines whether that choice works. In Chapter 4 of my book, Awaken Your Shadow, this distinction becomes unavoidable. When people rely on free will alone, their lives oscillate between force and collapse. They mistake effort for power and rest for failure. They try to manifest outcomes without honoring timing, structure, or law. And when it doesn't work, they internalize the failure, believing something is wrong with them. Nothing is wrong with you. You've been trying to drive a universe governed by alignment using only willpower. The 7 divine principles are the operating laws beneath your experience. They govern rhythm, causation, correspondence, polarity, vibration, mentalism, and care. Whether you know them or not, they are already shaping your finances, relationships, health, clarity, and spiritual stability. When you violate a principle, life feels chaotic. When you align with one, life feels cooperative. Not easy, but coherent. This series exists to do one thing: retrain your sense of power. Not power as domination, not power as control, but power as timing, placement, and alignment. You'll learn why forcing outcomes exhausts you, why waiting without preparation stagnates you, why some people seem to rise effortlessly while others burn themselves out doing everything right. It's not privilege, it's principle. Each video in this series will take one divine principle and show you how it actually operates in real life, through your nervous system, your habits, your choices, and your spiritual posture. You'll see how misalignment creates shadow patterns, and how alignment activates the higher expression of each self. This is not about surrendering your will. It's about placing it where it finally works. Free will chooses the direction. Alignment determines the season. Principles decide the outcome. If this feels uncomfortably accurate, if you recognize the pattern of pushing at the wrong time or freezing when movement was required, that's not coincidence. That's recognition. If you want to understand why your life has felt slightly out of phase and how to bring it back into rhythm, watch the full 7 Divine Principles series. And if you want the deeper foundation behind this work, you can find the complete audiobook of Awaken Your Shadow on my YouTube channel. Just click the link at the end screen of this video. Like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who keeps blaming themselves for what is actually a problem of alignment. Your will is not weak. It's just been aiming without a compass.